mind is a wondrous power that is there in potential form in the self itself, which means which is not expressed only it is expressed when only when it comes out as a spark of oil, before which it is there in latent form or in potential form in the being itself, uh, in form of Maya. Again, we will accept that there is a thing called mind and there is a thing called Maya only from our current position. A jnani, after he has realized he's gone, he's transcended, will not even agree that there is a Maya in the self in potential form or this mind in the self in potential form. This is, we think that a wondrous power called mind is residing because we are feeling that mind and we know that mind has to have come forth from somewhere, and we are able to find no logical place other than the self from which it could have issued forth. So we say at our point of awareness or at our point of with our current state of knowledge, we say that mind is always residing in a potent form in the self. That is fine for now, for our understanding. We will deal with whether the mind resides in the state of in self, in potential form or not when we reach there. Now we cannot, because we are again putting use of the same mind to do the analysis. So we are not very guaranteed that we are going to get a proper answer unless we be as the self, unless we go to the being, not thinking. Unless we shun the thinking and go to the being, we won't know the correct answers. But Jnanis, Bhagavan, and have given plenty of on plenty of occasion when there was an opportunity, what the state is there. We can only theoretically appreciate that currently. We might not, we won't know, we won't understand it. Hence, for us to understand it is given, mind is a wondrous power itself. And to the second aspect of making use of the mind, it depends. There are four Purusharthas, as we all know: Artha, Moksha, Karma, Dharma, and Artha, Kama, Dharma, Moksha. So it depends on what you want. What is your prime Purushartha that you have assumed? Like you want to live a quite nice dharmic life, be completely righteous in all ways, and live a peaceful, clean life. That is dharmic life. Or if you want a lot of wealth, you want to amass a lot of wealth, you can take the artha. Or the kama, you want to keep fulfilling all your desires, you can go to the kama path. Then there is this moksha path. So this putting the use of mind rightfully is very applicable to artha, kama, and dharma purusharthas. You need a mind, and for dharma path especially, you need a mind that is absolutely won't waver, swerve here and in any way from the path of dharma written down in our scriptures or whatever. We won't do anything wrong. So the mind is trained to be a good mind. Now, when it comes to the moksha path, good or bad deeds of mind does not matter at all. The only aim is to get rid of the mind, destroy the mind. Hence, the path, the acts of pranayama and the softening of the mind, there is nothing called taming the mind that we talk about in Vichara Marga. Only destruction of mind is our aim. So we don't care whether the mind, however the mind, when the mind issues forth, we are in danger. We know the mind should not issue forth, is our aim. Whereas in a dharmic life that we want to live, mind can issue forth, will issue forth, is needed. That mind has to be pure, soft, subtle, always sattvic, and all that is there. So the need or for doing all this extra activities like pranayama or sitting in meditation, focusing, doing puja, all that is only to make a clean mind. Of course, it is useful step to be taken, as we have seen in Upadesa Saram. When the mind is cleansed in this form, that mind is going to be ready for vichara. It will participate in vichara more willingly. That is a preparatory step. But the core is for doing all these preparatory, all these, taming the mind or making a good mind, making a sattvic mind is all based on the Purushartha we have chosen. If one wants to be in this world as a righteous man all through, live paropakara, do for his fellow beings and all that, if that is the purpose one has conceived in life, I have to live a meaningful life. I should be useful to somebody. I cannot be a selfish. Well, most of the, almost about 80% or even 90% or even more of the worldly people belong to this category. Or I want to be useful to my community. I want to be useful to my fellow being, and that is why they come about doing all this charity work, setting up multiple educational institutions across the country, chain of institutions, laying roads, and all that, making building hospitals everywhere, and all that. It's all with dharma. With I want to be a dharmic person. That is my purushartha in mind. Whereas a person who has crossed that out, who does not have taste, that says, I want only moksha, I don't care about all this, he is not going to be bothered to sit in meditation, tame them. He is going to straight away jump into the vichara, the atma vichara, propounded by Bhagavan in form of in the method of who am I, and he is only going to be bothered about Mano Nasa, destruction of the mind. He does not want a good mind, a bad mind. He does not want mind. This is what his ultimate aim is, and anything short of that, he is not going to accept. So these are the two things we have to have in that. We have to, each one, we have to determine whatever Purushartha is. All Purushartha is fine as long as long as they function for your conceived goal, or as long as they are not ill-directed. So anything you are a kind of person who want to keep on satisfying all your desires, keep doing. That is the Purushartha called Kama. If you want to do amass wealth and all that, that is the thing called Artha. And you want to be a most sincere, neat, useful person, you follow the Purushartha called Dharma. Or if you want to just throw all this out and transcend and be one with the self, choose the Purushartha called Moksha. So, based on what Purushartha you have chosen for yourself, you can have the mind. The utility called mind will come in and help you in such a way. And in the Purushartha called Moksha, the mind, what can mind do? The mind can die. That's the only help the mind can do. So, it depends on what we choose to do.